All right, welcome, welcome, welcome. Can we have a little fun tonight with Coach Smith and Love the Game 247 Sports? Let's get our live on tonight. I won't be too long tonight, but I had to get started a little bit early tonight with the YouTube live with Love the Game 247 Sports. And so, hope you guys don't mind. I'm clocking in, but can we have a little fun tonight? Can we have a little fun? Yeah. This is Coach Smith with Love the Game. I want you to come on board and ride the train with Coach Smith and Love the Game 247 Sport. So come on and get your game and help you get multiple scholarship opportunities with Coach Smith and Love the Game 247 Sport. All right, just look, get this live kickoff. We're gonna have a little fun. Here we go. That'll be my theme music. My theme music. That's it. All right. All right. Want to get that kickoff, right? That'd be my theme music to take me in, to bring me in, and to take me out. Yes. So I appreciate you guys joining me this evening. And won't be too long tonight, but I want to get started a little bit early tonight than I normally do. And so I appreciate you guys joining me and being a part of my 30-day challenge of going live for 30 days. And it's been fun. And I'm learning how to be comfortable with being uncomfortable and getting out of my comfort zone and doing something radical. This is radical for Coach Smith. And but it's something concept method has been I've been hold hold on to for quite some time, and it's time to let it loose, so it can be a blessing to some parents and their student athletes who are trying to make it from high school to college at the next level. And I've developed a method that I've gone through personally, like I've shared on all of my live and videos that I put out. Something I've gone through personally, and also in raising my two sons. It's a method that I use um, with them as well, and I've had great success, and I've used it for some other young people that I've been involved with, and and so I know it's something that works. Um, I have, like I said, I have over a decade of coaching high school football, and so I'm coming at you as I shared last night. As Coach Smith, I'm coming at you with a lot of experience, a plethora of experience, a multitude of experience, and this is fun for me, exciting for me because I know it works. I've seen the fruits of it come to fruition, being manifested with some young people that I've been blessed to be a part of, not just my own kids, but for several. And so, like I said, I'm coming at you as somebody who's had the opportunity to play at every level, from Little League at 7 years old to high school, college, and even had the opportunity to play at several professional levels, including the NFL and arena. And also had an older brother who played at every level. So I'm coming at you with some experience, plethora of experience. Um, this is not just head knowledge or some theory that I've developed or concocted. This is real life experience that I want to be able to share. And I'm just giving you um, some on the surface stuff right now because I want you to get excited about what's coming. And because what's coming later with what I'm doing, it's going to be for people who are real serious and who realize in order to get something, you have to put some skin in the game, you know. And I tell you, this method has come from some sweat equity um, and personal challenges and everything. And so this is something that's a part of me, been a part of me pretty much all my life um, since I've come and learned to love this game called sports, football, track, basketball. So this is something that's just naturally a part of my life, been a natural part of my life. And for those of us who love, not just love sports, but love participating and realizing that you have a gift and a talent that you could potentially use to um, help you do some things in life. And there's nothing wrong with that. If God has blessed you with a gift or a talent, whatever it may be music, you know, be it an instrument, singing, um, the arts, fashion design, doesn't matter what it is. You're always going to have some folks that'll be naysayers about your dream, about your gift, about your talent, something you feel called to do, and that's okay. That's expected. So, but if you really love the game, whatever it may be, whether it's sports or not, whatever it may be, you know, um, on some previous um, lives, I shared what my 6-step method driven stands for, what the acronym stands for, and you can go back and look at that and you can see that subscribe button on your left. I appreciate it if you subscribe to my YouTube and also check me out. Check me out on IG. My IG is Love the 27 Game. Because some people take your names, so I gotta try to be as close and creative as possible to where you'll recognize me. So on my Facebook group, it's Love the Game 24/7, and same here on my YouTube. I share it on Facebook. I share it on IG. My IG, you can follow me on there as well. Love the 27 Game. And the reason why I use Love the 27 Game is because 27 was my number that I grew up playing with mostly, um, and throughout high school and my college years. Um, but what we're talking about is on my 6-step method is loving the game 24/7. And we know what that means. 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. You got to be mindful of the game, of loving the game, and put it in its proper place and whatnot. But when you realize there's, certain season in your life where you get to play this game and um, and you want to be able to, I want to be able to help you fulfill that dream because it's a small, short window. When I had to hang up my cleats at the age of 28, I left no regrets on the table. I was content and I was fine, and I knew there was some other things that I could do, like coaching, having, being prepared to get in coaching so I can coach my own kids and coach some other kids. When I stopped playing, I started doing. Um, all you see all these football camps and combines and things like that. I was doing that like years ago when I first, like in the early early '90s. I was going around some of the local high schools in my hometown, trying to do this very thing. And I had some high school coaches who believed in it and gave me opportunity to use their field. Um, but I always didn't have a lot of people show up. Um, I promoted it, did a lot of this stuff on my own, promoting it, getting sponsors, all those types of things. Just hustling, organizing, did all of that stuff. Um, got some free promotion on TV, free promotion over the radio, trying to pump it and pump it up. And even the high school coaches that allowed me to use the field, they shared it with their players, but didn't always have the turnout that I wanted. But now you see these things everywhere, which is good. I'm glad, you know, it's, but at the time when I did it, I guess it wasn't meant for me to be in that space. But, now I'm called to this space and being, uh, in the tech world with, being able to be live and talking to multiple people at one time as opposed to one-on-one, face-to-face all the time, which I still enjoy and want to do that as well. Face-to-face with a group or one-on-one is just as good. But if I can reach more people and, as I get more and more in depth about what Love the Game 24/7 is going to be about. But as I said, I did all that stuff, trying to help young people realize their gift and talent. And so, and I still am all about that. And so this is a new way that I'm doing it now, and I'm excited about it. Like I said, gotta learn to be comfortable with being uncomfortable, and I'm getting more and more comfortable getting outside of my comfort zone. But I know ultimately the goal that I want to do is help. But like I said, as I progress, the plans that I have to progress, you know, it's going to call for some people to be put a little more skin in the game. I know I used to do these football camps like for free, and I think that's probably why a lot of people didn't show up. Because sometimes people, when you do stuff for free, people don't take you as serious or think you know what you're talking about. Um, and so then I charged a little something for the camps, and actually, when I charged a little something, I got a better turnout. And I even had guys come like William Floyd, young man that some of you all may know played at Florida State out of Lakewood High School in St. Pete, where a lot of talent has come out of our city, out of our county. Um, I got him to show up one year, um, one summer when I was working and doing some of these camps and trying to help students learn um, how to utilize camps from actually doing something. So I've planned and organized these things. So and I've gotten some very influential people to be able to come. And so now I even have my own son who's playing. Um, and so I'll be able to draw from that and be a huge benefit to some people. So you can talk to some people personally and they can share with you. But like I said, please go back and look at some of my previous um, lives that are on YouTube that are recorded that you'll be able to go see and get caught up. And so you can understand more and more about what the 6-step method that I'm talking about called D.R.I.V.E.N, based off the D.R.I.V.E.N acronym. Um, I gave, um, explanation on what D.R.I.V.E.N is all about and what Love the Game 24/7 sports is all about. It's about speaking into parents and young student athletes' lives to help them reach the next level goal that they have and getting multiple scholarship opportunities. And that is not impossible to do. It's not going to be easy, but it's not impossible. And as I've shared before, you know, you got Division 1 schools, you got Division 1 AA or FCS schools, and Division 2 schools, and some Division 3 schools. Everybody can't go Division 1. Like I didn't go Division 1. I had some Division 1 people recruiting me, but I ended up going Division 2. And I had a lot of teammates that I played at Morningside College or Morningside University now. I have several guys that could have played Division 1 football that I was blessed to play college football with at Morningside. And our conference at the time, I believe, was the best in the nation in Division 2. With North Dakota State, North Dakota, South Dakota State, South Dakota, Mankato State, St. Cloud State, Augustana. Um, who else was in that conference? We had about that conference was tough. And um, during my 4 years and my previous years, and even after I finished, the Division 2 championship pretty much came out of our conference every year. That's what made us the best in Division 2 because we always sent multiple teams to the national playoffs in Division 2, and somebody in our conference always won, and that was usually North Dakota State. like they're doing now. But I was blessed my junior and senior year. We put a scare on those guys because we were the only team that really came close to beating them my junior and senior years in college. Nobody else. They beat everybody else by multiple digits. They didn't beat us like that my junior and senior year. Matter of fact, we lost by a single digit, I believe, my senior year. And that stadium is usually not quiet at NDSU, but it was real quiet that year, my senior year, because we almost, put it to them, and we should have. We should have won the game, but they're a winning program, and when you're a winning program like they are, you know how to uh, get through some adversity, which they've done plenty of that, and so it was a great experience, and so I'm just pulling from all of those experiences, But as I said, I shared on my driven concept. The other night I shared what the D meant. Last night I shared what R meant. And today I'm going to go briefly over what the I in driven means. So just to give a recap on that is, and then I also shared with my free ebook that's out there on Facebook on Love the Game 24/7 on my group page. So join my group page, get out there on my group page, good people, and click on invite and let's join. Let's get this community, growing and growing in multitude, so we can help a lot of young kids' dreams come true at playing at the next level. Share it with as many people as you know. Coaches, I love to have some coaches on here. I was a coach for over a decade, so I'm not here picking on high school coaches. Some coaches are stretched thin and they need all the help they can get. Um, and so that's kind of what we're going to talk about tonight with the I, means getting involved. But let me just, digress and go back to give you a little short recap, because I also had that free, like I said, the free ebook about how to leverage summer camps to help you achieve multiple scholarship opportunities potentially. And you got to understand, you young student athletes, you got to perform. Okay, there's nothing wrong with being nervous or having a little bit of butterflies. That's normal for everybody. I don't care how good you are. Everybody has to deal with that. But you learn, playing this game, how to mentally be strong. You know, how to mentally overcome some of your fears. And there's nothing wrong with that. That's normal. But it's also normal to learn how to get over some of those fears so you can perform at a high level. So we're going to talk about all those things. And so this is important information, you know, some vital information that I'm sharing on these lives to help, on these YouTube lives, to help young student athletes and their parents learn how to navigate through this process, how to put your student athlete in a great position, some great opportunities, some options. That's what we're talking about. You want some options, right? I didn't have many options, but when I worked this playing with my sons, they had options. They had a whole lot more options than the dad did growing up, because I know this works. And like I said, I'm coming to you from somebody with experience at every level as a player. I'm coming to you as someone who coached over a decade as a high school coach. And I'm coming to you as a dad at every level, because I've been involved with my sons at every level. So that's how I'm coming at you. And I know there's a lot of great content out there, but I don't think there's many people coming at you like I am. There's people hitting on some other areas, but I'm hitting specifically, on this area about how to get multiple scholarship opportunities, um, and helping parents and students navigate through this process. But like I said, you can go out there on my Facebook group page and see the free ebook about how to leverage summer camps. You can go back out there and see some of my previous YouTube lives. Go out there and view them in full. You need to get all the information. You don't need to get bits and pieces. You need to get the whole gamut, so you can understand how this thing could potentially work for you parents and your young student athletes. And so just to recap about what the D means in my driven 6-step method. The D stands for dedication. You got to be dedicated, young student athletes. You know, you got to be determined that you can and fulfill this dream of playing at the next level. And you got to have some drive. So that's what the D in the 6-step driven concept means. You got to have some dedication. You got to dedicate yourself every day. in your studies, with your schoolwork, and your studies, with your game plan, with your coaches. Um, you got to be dedicated to your preparation, you know, your proper exercise, proper sleep, proper rest, proper eating, um, all those things. So that's what the D stands for. You got to be dedicated. You got to be determined, right? You got to have some drive. And then I share about the R, about relationships, and how important it is about um, as you as a student athlete building relationships with your teammates, with your coaches, with your teachers, with just your general student body. You got to work on making sure that you are a genuine friend, a genuine teammate, and that it's not all about you. Because in order for you to get where you want to be, you got to help some other people get where they want to be, and that's where a great teammate and and you can be a quiet leader. You don't have to be a leader that's always out front. There's a lot of levels of leadership on a sports team, and there's nothing like I said, I have some of my uh, strongest and tight relationships still, even though we may not talk every day. I got guys I grew up and played high school ball with and college ball with that we still keep in contact. You know, I'm still making plans on getting out to Morningside for. It's been a little minute since I've been out there, but I need to get back out there to homecoming. You know, and we keep in contact through Facebook and all the different social medias with my high school buddies and college buddies. And every now and then we get on the phone and have a good time talking and reminiscing. But there's nothing like those relationships. You know, that helps breed success, help breed um, to where you want to be and helping somebody else. When you can help make somebody else's dream come true, your dream comes true, and that's what I'm doing right now. I want to have my dream come true at this season in my life, and trying to grow my um, social media presence, trying to grow my presence on this. So I need to help some of you parents and young student athletes on how to get to this next level. So as I know dive into doing that, I'm sure and hoping and praying that my presence on social media will grow and influence will grow, because I'm trying to be a blessing to other people. I'm trying to build relationships, um, through the various social media outlets and platforms to help others. And so you as a young student athlete, and even as you parents, same thing, because this has to be modeled before your children. You know, my kids um, saw me and their mother model that, especially, at our, the church, when, our church family. Whenever there was new members that came to the church, my wife and I, we always had our house open. I mean, that's how I grew up. I had a lot of friends. My house was always a place to hang out growing up, as well as some of my other friends. And that helps build relationships, especially when you playing this game, whatever game it is, especially football or basketball, or I could say any sport. Um, it's man, when you have those relationships, you perform a whole lot better as a team. Win or lose, we going down, you know, with, you know, um, we're not going down without a fight, without, giving some effort. And so it's important that as you build those relationships, you commit yourself to being genuine, not phony, but genuine, because I'm telling you, if you want to get somewhere in life, in anything, you need to have good relationships, genuine relationships, where it's not all about you, right? It can't all be all about you. You know, you have to consider others just as highly as you consider yourself. You got to think about others. And when you do that, man, things will happen for you as well, you know, because you'll be surprised. You'll be so focused and trying to make sure while you're trying to help yourself and you're helping some other people along the way as you're trying to help get yourself, man. Next thing you know, you look up and you're where you want to be, but you've been so focused on, hey, trying to help other people, trying to build good relationships and genuine relationships with your, with the janitor, with the cafeteria ladies. You make sure you're nice, make sure you help clean up behind yourselves, get on your teammates who may be lazy and just blowing it off. And, you don't have to get in a fight with them. You might go and pick it up behind them just to be an example, but you got to set that example of, you know, of how you want things and how you expect things. And when you do that, it'll come back to you, you know, that blessing to come right back to you. So, you have to be that type of person, to where you're not afraid to speak up, you know, to your friends and say, hey, look, that's not what we're about at our program. That's not how we roll. That's not how we do things. You know, we make sure the cafeteria lady, we don't leave a mess in the cafeteria for the cafeteria lady to be picking up, or the janitor to be picking up behind us, you know, because I'm telling you, like I said before in previous lives, when those recruiters, it ain't all just on social media getting to know you. It's coming to your games. It's coming on campus. When they decide if they really think you're someone that can help their program, they're going to come talk to that cafeteria lady. They're going to come talk to that janitor. They're going to come talk to somebody just in the blue, to pull some student over and say, hey, do you know who Jeff Smith is? What do you think about it? Is he a jerk? You know, and, they're just going to take an assessment, and you don't want that kind of reputation, and so you got to be, um, you got to be willing to have some good, genuine relationships. And like I said, I know because, I spent time, I would work out with my offensive lineman. I was an all-purpose running back. And so I knew I didn't have the height and the size all the time. But at pound for pound, I could lift, you know, 300 plus pounds, 300. I know I maxed out my senior year, 355, 360 pound bench press. And I was nothing but a buck 75, you know, but I didn't waste time lifting with guys who weren't as strong as I was. I'm lifting with my offensive lineman. So they can push me, you know, or my D lineman. I'm building a relationship with my guys, you know. And so when I went to the weight room, I'm lifting with the big boys, you know. But when it came to the running, nobody could. Hey, look here, I'm at the top of that list when it comes to running. That 40 time and that speed and quickness. You know, um, so a lot of times, man, when I'm in the gym, I'm not lifting with guys smaller than me or my size. I'm lifting with the big boys. Because I want to show them, hey, I can hold my own in here with you all. But it was also a good time to spend time with some other guys in some other positions as well. To get to know my teammates. And I spent a lot of time with my quarterback. And we can get on the field. This is high school and college. I can get on the field, man, with my quarterback and see a coverage, and we called a certain play. I can give my quarterback a look, and it's over. It's 6 points. You might as well count that. So that's the important thing about the R. I mean, in relationships, you know, and then the I, you know, parents, students, you got to get involved. Parents, you got to get involved with this recruiting process. You know, I didn't have a parent that was involved, so I'm telling you right now, the more involved you are as a parent in knowing this stuff and learning this stuff to help your student athlete get to the next level, the better. So be sure you get involved. That's what the I in driven and my 6-step method means. You know, um, get involved with the program. Find out what the coaches need. You know, coaches. I don't care whether it's public or private. Coaches need as much assistance they can have that you can alleviate an issue or something that they need done. Parents, you can rally together. Because it's not all just about your kid; it's about all the kids. And so, and they need to see it from adults being um, exemplified before them, from the adults. So you got to get involved in some capacity. It just can't be left to, the coaches got it. No, the coaches don't have it. They already got a lot going on, with the team, and they got some other things that they're doing, off the field that they have to take care of in planning games and all these different things. So whatever you can do as a parent to get involved, get involved. You know, that's part of your investment. Because I'm telling you, when they get these multiple scholarship opportunities, because this driven concept method that I'm sharing with you is going to help your student athlete get these multiple opportunities, scholarship opportunities to play at the next level. But that's what that I means, and your student athletes need to get involved in some other, and not just their sport. They need to be well rounded, and they need to get involved in some other things, but make sure they're doing a good job of managing their time, because they need rest, you know. So that's what the I in driven means is get involved, you know, and and that'll be very impactful to them and for the team as a whole, And so you have the parent uh, booster club, all these different things. You got to help raise money and organize some of these events. And I'm telling and parents, you got to understand, don't leave it all to certain parents, and some of you parents who we know can do everything. It's not for you to do everything. You got to leave room and space for everybody to feel a part of the family, part of the team. At your high school and your little league, um, and then as your student athlete gets older and they're at the college level, you're not needed as much, of course, because like I said, each level you go up, it gets more serious. So at the college level, they have everything, but hey, parents can get together for tailgating and all that stuff and encourage their kids when they make it to the college level. But right now, from little league to high school, it's all hands on deck. It's not just for a few parents to be involved. Everybody needs to hold their weight, um, and help, because it's all about our kids, right? It's all about all the kids on the team. There's some kids that got single moms, and we got to be understandable because some of those single moms are at work, and so and when they're not at work, they need to do what they can to help out for those who've been spending more time doing it. But when they're single moms or single dads that are they're full, they're stretched thin, you know other parents got to step up and help, as much as possible. Help each other out, because this is what it's all about, trying to help each other out. And um, so that's those first three letters in my 6-step method, driven. And I see some people are popping on, and if you haven't seen, it's your first time on. I appreciate you being on and everything. And you definitely need to be sure you go back and watch um, some of my previous lives that on YouTube, so you can get caught up with some of my messages. Hit that subscribe button. I appreciate you subscribing and joining the family, the Love the Game 24/7 family. You know, um, as I share, I'm trying to dedicate myself and get outside my comfort zone and be a blessing to other people and grow my influence and uh, presence with the content that I'm sharing. I think it's vitally important to be able to help student athletes and their parents, to help get their kids um, to the next level and play college sports, because it's not impossible. It's very possible. There's more than enough colleges and universities in this country for a student athlete to supplement their education. So it's not so hard on parents, you know, to have to pay for their child to get through college. College is not inexpensive. College is, it's not cheap, you know, and, they did away with loan forgiveness, but there are ways around all that stuff. And one of those ways are scholarships and band, music, arts, sports. And so I'm talking about sports. I'm somebody who works at the college level. I got over 24 years working in financial aid. I'm assistant director right now at a local university here in North Carolina. Most of my years were in Florida. Um, but so I know it on the side of the college and university financially, and I know it from the standpoint of being a student athlete myself and a parent of college students and college student athletes. So I know it from all realms. And like I said, I don't know anybody that's hitting it like I am. I don't know anybody that's bringing the smoke like I'm bringing the smoke on helping your student athlete achieve multiple scholarship opportunities. And but like I said, there's a lot of great content out there, and it's much needed. But where I'm coming from, I think is huge, huge benefit, and I'm excited about it. And so, like I said, for you guys, folks who are just joining for the first time, go back, join my uh, Love the Game 247 Facebook page, be a partner with me on that. Appreciate you guys partnering up with me, and and so be sure to follow me on all the social media platforms. IG, I'm Love the 27 Game on Instagram. On IG, Love the 27 Game. That was my number in college, 27. Um, but on Facebook and YouTube, it's Love the Game 24/7. And I'm here to help parents and young student athletes who feel helpless and uninformed about how to get multiple scholarship opportunities, get those opportunities through my driven method, 6-step method. And so, and like I said, go back and look at some of my previous videos and watch them in full, no bits and pieces stuff. I'm a repeat and reiterate on some things. So, but I appreciate you joining and hitting that subscribe button and following me on my other um, uh, platforms. Same thing. I'm on TikTok, you know, IG, Facebook. I'm on all those things, YouTube, and so I'm excited about this new venture, this new opportunity that I'm taking upon myself. I got started early tonight, um, and I want you to get on the train and ride with Coach Smith. With Love the Game 24/7 Sports Talk. You know, there's a lot of great things being planned. I plan to have my son and some of the other young men that I helped make it to the NFL level. They're going to get on and join me at some time during the season as well, and give their plug. I'm gonna have some other guests, um, people that I grew up with that played at the next level and share their story. Share their story with you. One of my good friends reached out to me um, and told me how much he appreciated what I'm doing. He saw what I'm doing, and he told me, hey, if there's anything, several of my friends, college teammates, one of my high school teammates, a lot of people been reaching out. Love y'all, appreciate it, and I will be calling on you. I will be reaching out. I'm gonna hold you to it. But a lot of these guys got some great stories. I'm telling you, they got great stories that can benefit folks out here. Um, and I'm gonna pull some of them on, and have them share their story. Jesse Humphrey, my homeboy, he reached out to me. You know, I know Jesse had a record going back when we were in college of catching a pass for a certain number of consecutive games or a touchdown or something like that. I think it was some crazy thing record he had going. And he was a guy that didn't even play as much, Jesse, back in high school because we had just deep with talent. But Jesse was a great track athlete. He had lungs for days. And he was a good football player. Just hard to get on the field with some of the talent that we had. But he went on to the military and then came into college and playing college football at the HBCU level. I think they were Division 1 AA or Division 2, but I think they were 1 AA at Morgan State. And he was the man. And so touch base with him. I'm gonna get him on here and share his story about how he got blessed to get his opportunity to play at the next level. Definitely a story to tell with him. But I got a few things like that that's going to be happening. I got some merchandise I'm working on, some stuff I'm working on. You've seen the logo. You've been out there, and so I want my Love the Game 24/7 Sports Talk people to have some merch. Start promoting, and I want to be. Uh, um, I'm excited about getting some of those student athletes that I'll help over time that are on their signing day, signing their scholarships. I want to be a part of that with them, um, and help them promote Love the Game 24/7 Sports in themselves, help teach kids about branding themselves and all these things that's going on social media. But like I said, for you folks who joining me, I appreciate it. I wasn't gonna go too long tonight. I got on a little bit earlier because uh, I got another um, meeting I have to get to, but I want to get on here tonight and just be sure that I touch bases on this 30-day challenge that we got going with some great content creators and some different spaces that are a group that I'm a part of with Anthony O'Neill. He used to be with Dave Ramsey. I'm part of a group where he's teaching some of us great folks who have wisdom on how to share our information, our content, and put some valuable content out there that can be a blessing to people. So I'm looking forward to being a part of this group and learning how to be comfortable with being uncomfortable and using my gifts and talents and to be a blessing to others. And so I'm excited about that. So, like I said, go watch those videos. Okay, follow me. You know, watch those videos in full because it's some vital, important information that some of you all may have missed prior to tonight. But like I said, I'm going back over what my driven 6-step method is. D is for being dedicated, determined, and having drive. R is relationships and how important relationships are. Eyes for how parents and students need to be involved in many different things. Well, not too many, but parents need to be involved in the program and whatever sport their student athlete is playing. It's not just about football, but whatever sport your child is playing, because in the end, it's going to be a blessing. And when you don't have to pay a whole lot of money out of your pocket for their education, because they would have earned it, and you would have already invested in their education by all these different things that you're putting out for to help them. I did it you know, and I know it works because I did it. My son was a quarterback, and I put skin in the game and invested and got him a quarterback coach when he was in 8th grade, all the way up till he got signed his scholarship to Boston College as a quarterback. You know, And so I had to make an investment. I made an investment for my youngest son. He big in Legos, that engineering and tech mind with my youngest son. So I made a lot of investments in him as well. You got to put some skin in the game because in the end, it's going to pay off. They both got scholarships. My youngest son got academic scholarships through the state, through the institution, all those good things. They help pay for his education. Where it really didn't cost me a lot because their work is they earned it by being a good student or by being a good student athlete or a great student athlete. So there are ways to help um, you invest in your child now at a young age to where it pays off for you later and it pays off for them later, you know. And so parents, you got to be involved. Help the coaches out. You know, coaches need to be involved. Coaches need to be sure they get involved as well, and not just coaching on the field. And I know they do some coaching off the field, but and you got to build a relationship with your coaches. Parents, you got to build a relationship with the coaches. Definitely the athletes got to build a relationship with their coaches. But parents, you got to build a relationship, a good, genuine relationship. But you definitely have to be involved in this process. You know, because you may be in a program where the coach is not really helpful, and that's where I can come in. That's where Love the Game 247 Sports can come in at. And teach you how to deal with difficult coaches. You know, um, and how to turn that negative into a positive. Um, and so um, that's what I'm all about. And so I appreciate you guys joining me tonight with Love the Game 247 Sports. I'll be back tomorrow. I'm going to be traveling tomorrow, so I think I'm going to go early in the afternoon tomorrow. So if you probably during my lunch break, I'll get my hour or my 45-minute, 30, 45-minute live in tomorrow before I hit the road traveling because I want to keep up with this 30-day challenge that we have so we can get more and more comfortable with growing and learning how to put our content out there that can help people and also grow our viewership and grow our following. And I appreciate you sharing any information that you feel that was vital and helpful to you as a parent or a young student athlete. Share it with other people so they can get on my live or get on there and get on my Facebook uh, group page, and I'll be sharing when I'm going live. And you can follow me and get notifications and all that good stuff when I post something about going live. And I don't want you to miss it because I'm telling you this 6-step method and some other things I'm going to be sharing. Getting more and more, diving into it a little bit more. Um, it's going to be beneficial and help um, you parents and young student athletes know what it takes, know what it means. That if you really and like I said, my ebook is out there on my Facebook live on my Facebook page, Love the Game 247, about how to leverage summer camps. Go out there and read that. Go out there and look at that. Go out there and listen to the video on YouTube that I put out there that I spoke on 2 nights ago. Because it's important that you use those things. Those things are very vital. Um, and so it's some great information. I appreciate you joining me tonight. Look forward to you joining me tomorrow sometime in the early afternoon, earlier tomorrow, because I'll be traveling, heading to Texas for my first grandbaby's birthday, my grandbaby boy birthday. So I'm excited about that. You might know my daughter-in-law. She's big on social media, the real Kim, and my son Jeff Smith the second, who played 4 years with the New York Jets, but now he's with the New York Giants this season. So we're excited about him, and his new venture on his new team and what he's going to potentially do this season. So we're definitely excited about that and being at games. And I'll be going live at some games. You're going to be able to follow me because I'm going to be live at some games, be live on the sideline. I'm going to share some of that stuff so you can, uh, you know, and see how we operate, how things go. So I'm gonna be sharing a lot of that stuff this season that I haven't done before. But you're gonna get um, you partner up with Love the Game 247. You're gonna get to see a lot of that, up close and personal. So I'm gonna share some things and go live at some games and then on the sideline um, when the season starts, and I'm excited about that as well. So I appreciate you joining me tonight. Love you guys, and I want to, I got my theme music, and I want you to enjoy listening to some of my theme music that I have. Love the game. 27 Sport. Yes, sir. I'm getting comfortable with being uncomfortable. I want you to come ride this train with Coach Smith and bring your game on my train with Love the Game 247 Sport. This is Coach Smith theme song. Where we depart tonight until we see each other again tomorrow. You ready to come on and ride the train with Love the Game 247 Sport. All right? Appreciate you guys. Love you. Have a good evening. Peace out.